So today I'm going to be replacing a starter on a 2012 Hyundai. This is Sonata, maybe. It's missing the thing up here, the grill. It is a GDI 4-cylinder. I don't know a whole lot about these. I do know the starter is underneath this intake and virtually impossible to reach from the top. So we're gonna raise this up and go at it from the bottom. Alright, so this is the back side. Up here you got this little access hole. Not gonna be able to see with the camera because the light gets cut off, but we got to take these panels off to access it. So we got both panels up out of the way. I actually took there's a metal cross brace right here that I took out just so it's not right in our way. But you can see it is right there. Got my finger on it right there. And the top side has the wires going to it. So one thing I need to do, which we did not do yet, is take the battery loose up there. But just to make it a little easier, I think I could actually come out this hole right here, but I may loosen these, take that one loose just to be able to move these. So we'll have a little more movement working around it. But first thing, we're going to take the battery loose, because if you don't, it's going to arc and spark and do all kinds of stuff. The negative side is off. So this one is a 14 and it's, you know, right up there on the back side of the transmission bell housing. So I loosened it already. I loosened the upper one, which you can reach. I'm going to pull it out by hand. It's actually kind of stable enough that you can take that out by hand. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not. I'm going to poke the camera up in there. But it is right there, if you can see it. So to reach it, I'm going under these, and there's so much stuff in the way. Maybe turn it around. Yep. So there's enough to spin it around. And be careful on this thing that you don't put pressure on it or force anything on it, because that is pretty thin aluminum. So I got to remember I got to go back in backwards. And we got our first clip off. Now we just got to get that one right there, which looks like a 12 or a 13. We got our wire loose, both the wires loose. Now let's see if we can manage to get this up out of here. Oh yeah, plenty of room right there. And there's your starter. This one, wonder if the old one, see if you guys, okay, see it's down. See if the new one does that. This one looks to be an old O'Reilly's. Yep, it is an old O'Reilly's one. So yeah, that's not something is broke. Alright, so here we go, guys. We they get that one back. It was a lifetime warranty. Now we just gotta stick this one back in there. Okay, so I got the wires already on and put up in there. That is the brand new one. Now you're just going to take it and hold it in place and start your bolts. I will say on that top one, your fingers are going to get real tired turning these in. And that one's starting to get tight, so we're going to put a ratchet on it. And that was a 14. Come on. Man, doing things one-handed sometimes is, especially when your fingers are tired from just doing that. But we can get it done. The starter pretty much falls into place. I'm actually going to go look at the old one, because it literally just like lined up the holes once it went in, so I think there's some kind of a locating notch on it, would be my guess. The solenoid does face up there. For actually changing a starter, this isn't too bad. It's just you gotta kind of contort yourself and the part a little bit to get it in there. There's that. Let me go look over here at this old one. So, don't really know that there is an actual locating pin. Not really, unless something... It just fit in there really easily. Anyway, let me get the top bolt done, and then we got to put all this back on, and we will give it a test start. A shorty ratchet on this one is really handy. Now, years ago, I would literally have thrown this entire thing back together, but I am not, because there's about 12 or so bolts to that you'll have to take back out if this does not start. So we've gone as far as we need to fire this up. So I'm just going to lower it down, and we're going to hit the starter and make sure that it's working, because to be honest guys, in the last 4 or 5 years we've been getting some parts that are very questionable if they even make it for the first time, or if they make it a couple months. I am pretty confident in this one because that starter was bad. Something was messed up inside it. And we gotta connect to the battery. Forgot to do that. Okay, we got that one on. It's tight. And we got lights on. Where'd I lay the key? It's in it. Okay. Brake on. Fires right up. Just a tire sensor light on, which they may actually have a low tire, so I will go ahead and check the tire pressure for them, make sure it's good. I'm going to go ahead and button this one up and put the bottom covers on. So hopefully this helped somebody and you liked the video and subscribed for other content, stuff that I do. This is another one that I'm doing, which is the third C3 that I've been working on. This is staying all original though. It is a 76. The other two that I have on the channel were LS swaps, 79 and an 80, which I should have some videos coming up on those pretty soon also. Anyway guys, hope y'all liked the video. I will talk to y'all later.